Hey guys, it's Melanie. Happy Tuesday. So today I have a worth a splurge, and we are going to be talking about whether the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish powder is worth splurging on, because this little compact with all of 0.28 ounces of product in it is $45. So Charlotte Tilbury recently came to Sephora, and I was kind of excited about that because I've been wanting to try her products for quite some time, but I just wasn't willing to order from the other retailers that she kind of first started out with. So Sephora's perfect because I feel like if something isn't working for me, or if I don't think that something is truly worth it, it's kind of an easy return because I have a lot of Sephoras around me. That being said, before we even get any further into this review, I always like to get this part out of the way. I do think that this particular product is worth the splurge, even at $45. And I'm going to tell you guys why I think it's worth kind of saving up for this particular one, because I do think it's very special in terms of powders. Before I get into it, and this is something that I mentioned during my last Sephora haul, so I actually picked this up during the recent Friends and Family sale that Sephora had, so I was able to get it for 20% off. And the reason I wanted to get this video up today is because the VIB sale is kind of happening early this year. So Rouge starts this coming Friday, the 26th. I'm sure by now you guys will have gotten your little coupons in the mail. If you haven't, check out your Sephora account online. I believe that they also have them there. You can print them out or just order with the code online, obviously. But I wanted to get this review out because if this is something that you're interested in, I would recommend picking it up for 20% off because, again, it's kind of spendy. I do think it's worth it even at full price, but everybody likes a good deal, right? Also this week, I feel like I'm doing all these announcements all of a sudden. I have quite a few videos that I was going to do regarding the Sephora VIB sale, and thinking that the sale was gonna be in early November, I've kind of had to push those videos up. So they will be up this week, but it means that I'm gonna be doing multiple videos for the next couple days. So just don't watch those videos if you don't want to, but there should be a couple of videos popping up in your subscription feed from me over the next few days to get ready for the upcoming sale. Let's get back to the powder. Okay, so one of the things that I mentioned in my haul is that I felt like the packaging of this was really kind of cheap. It feels like very cheap plastic packaging. There is heavier plastic packaging, and there is very cheap plastic packaging. This is like on the drugstore and the drugstore cheap end of the packaging. That's what this feels like. This feels like a compact that maybe Wet n Wild or Catrice Cosmetics would use. And really, packaging isn't everything, but I feel like for the price point, I maybe just expected something a little bit fancier or nicer. That being said, I do think that Charlotte Tilbury probably focused the bulk of her funds maybe on her formulations, because the formulation here of this powder is amazing, you guys. This does come in 3 different shades, and I'm just gonna make sure I get the shade names right here. So what I have here is the fair. There is also a medium and a dark as well. The dark doesn't look super dark to me, but I do think there is some flexibility in this powder. I don't think that you have to have an exact color match. In fact, I think for me, I could probably have ordered the medium and it would have been fine, but I went with the fair, and it's pretty light. I'm gonna give you guys just a swatch here. It's pretty light, but that being said, it's forgiving. So it's really more of a translucent type of powder where, you know, even if you're very fair, you could totally go with the medium even, I feel like. I really do think that there's some flexibility here. But if you're fair, go for the fair. If you are light to medium, go for the medium. If you are tan, very like deep olive, or have dark skin, then maybe go for the dark. So you're getting 2.28 ounces of product here, which is 8 grams. I wanted to give you guys a reference point for how much powder that actually is. So I have the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder here. This one is 0.35 ounces. So you can see the difference there. The Laura Geller Balance and Brighten is 0.32 ounces or 9 grams of product. So both of these are bigger. And then just one more, another powder foundation that I just happened to grab was the Wanderlust powder foundation. And this one is 9 grams of product or 0.31 ounces. So I do think that this could have been a little bit larger, especially for the price point, but it's fine. I do think a powder like this will last quite a while. This gets really, really good reviews by a lot of people on the Sephora website. And I have to admit, I have fallen in love with this. So they tell you that you should use this by brushing it onto your T-zone, any oily areas to set your foundation and concealer. For an all-over flawless finish, brush on the entire face, up and out. This is enriched with nourishing rose wax and almond oil for a luminous finish. There's something about this formulation, you guys. This feels like silk. The other powder that I recently tried that I think has a very similar feel to it, and it's not in the same format because it's a powdered, is the Veil Translucent Setting Powder from Hourglass. I did a worth the splurge on this, and I said that this one is absolutely worth the splurge. Both of these give me a very similar effect. I like that this is pressed because I feel like this is a little bit easier to travel with. And generally, pressed products are easier to work with because you don't have to worry about spilling things, if that makes sense. But in terms of effect, both of these give very similar results. And the result is that basically once you glide it onto your skin, it smooths everything out. There's this like almost, it's like a gauzy veil look that you get. Like it helps to blur the look of pores. It helps to kind of blend everything together on your face. It just makes your skin look really smooth and soft and pretty. I really like the way this especially looks on camera. When I watch footage back where I have used this, I've just been like, my skin looks really good. And it's the same kind of effect as this one gives me. It's just this beautiful, like just for your skin. Like that's the best way that I can explain it. It just makes it look pretty. It helps to kind of fill in pores a little bit. It's just pretty, you guys. That is all that I can say. And I have tried lots of powders. You guys know that I love to review translucent setting powders, pressed setting powders. Setting powders are kind of a big part of my life because I like using them to help my powder foundation go on better. So sometimes I will use this before I even put on my powder foundation. Other times I will use it just after. Sometimes I will do both. I like the way that this sets my Paula's Choice Resist Super Light Daily Wrinkle Defense, which is my SPF that I put on every single day. It just kind of helps to set that so then I can go in with my powder foundation and just get the smoothest look to everything. Yeah, I don't know how else to explain it other than it just makes my skin look very pretty and a lot more flawless than what it actually is. So for me, this one is a huge win, you guys. I am a big fat fan of this. I will totally be repurchasing this. There's a strong likelihood that I will try to, whenever possible, get it during some kind of sale at Sephora because again, 45 bucks is a little bit spendy, but if a product, just like with skincare, if a makeup product works extremely well for me, then I'm willing to invest in it. But you know, if it doesn't, then I'm gonna take it back. I'm not taking this one back. This one is staying in my collection. You will probably see it in an empties video, I don't know, maybe in a few months. I do see myself reaching for this very consistently because, again, it's pressed. It's just easy. It's quick. I don't have to worry about spilling things, which is always nice. I would love to see Hourglass put this in a pressed version. And here comes a package for me. So yeah, if that happened, I feel like there would be some strong competition. But anyway, thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch today. And let me know if you have any questions. And like I said, keep an eye out for all of these videos that are coming up this week in preparation for the Sephora sale. And I really appreciate you guys supporting my channel. And I'll see you in my next video. Take care. Bye-bye.